Hello. So it's 7:05 a.m. It's 9th December, Wednesday, 2015. So I'm just gonna do the. I didn't make a video yesterday. Going out weekly vlog. I just don't feel like doing them. They're very time consuming. I hate the editing. So I'm just gonna do this. Get ready with me. Videos. Get ready with me. Try off this fan because I think this fan is a bit like noisy. It is noisy. Yeah, I'm just wearing just a top and a skirt and blah blah blah. Got up at 3, did my exercises, and made my oatmeal. Massaged my breasts, massaged my hair, and took a shower, but I didn't wash my hair. I got dressed and I'm gonna do my makeup. Oh, lighting is kind of sucky. The lighting is kind of sucky. The lighting. Yeah, put it here, whatever. Oh man, I gotta throw this out. It's yesterday's food. Oh yuck. Oh yuck. Throw this food, so I'll be back. What's all this? Oh shit, I forgot something. I forgot to put the oil, because I'm trying to remove the, what do you call it? I'm trying to get these scars, get some of the, the dark marks out. I'm trying to put bio oil. Yeah, I'm trying to, I forgot to do that. Sucks. That sucks. It sucks. She's gonna be cloudy, so I don't have to put any sunscreen. Cause I need to get a better sunscreen. It's like I don't like the one I have. Oh God, where's my red lipstick thing? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I need to get a different recording software. There was Manycam because Manycam, I could use this other thing as well, maybe. I don't know. Because this one ends up 500 megabytes and 1 gigabyte for see, I cut myself shaving yesterday. Can you see it? Like a cut. Why am I always cutting myself all over the place? My back, these are not intended. So, oh, I think I shaved myself pretty good actually. Hmm. Yeah, when I shave, I have to always remind myself, don't get into animated conversations in the bathroom because I'm always like getting into animated like self-talk. And sometimes when I'm shaving, it's like, oh shit, I cut myself. I cut myself. Again. When I'm shaving, focus, concentrate. Don't. That way, you won't cut yourself, most likely. Yesterday, my surgeon called, but he left a message because when I went to see him, like the lab results, like he didn't give it to me because they didn't release it or whatever. So I called the secretary a couple of weeks ago and told her to just give me some, like, is it okay? I mean, it should be okay, but I don't know. But I just wanted confirmation. But so he just basically said, talk, let my secretary know what time you're available or something. I was like, oh my god, you're giving me a heart attack. Why don't you just tell me everything is okay? I mean, come on. Couldn't you at least say something like, you don't have anything to worry about, but some kind of reassurance? But he didn't even say that. He just goes, I'm just returning your call. I'm like, what? You're returning my call, but could you just don't leave me like high and dry or whatever? It's like, please tell me something so I don't get worried. I know you're returning my call. Well, I guess I think I think she should be okay. But I was like, oh god, please, stressing me out. These doctors. Anyway, so I probably call them today. So. Did you receive, because I had to post the statutory declaration back to them because they sent me someone else's as well as mine. So I posted it back. I mailed it back to them a couple of weeks ago, and I'll probably ask them, did you get that? Oh, all right, good. Now please send it to the person to whom it is addressed. Because I know if I was in that position, I would want someone to. Because I know, like, I can imagine me being the other person, and I'm like, yeah, I would want that to be given to me, so, yeah. So I posted it back to them. Hopefully they will send it to the proper address this time. Oh yeah, like this Thursday, me and my friend, we're going to celebrate both our birthdays together. Because I remember on my birthday, August 10th, that was the first, like my first, I went to the surgery to have, that was the first, my first attempt, but it got cancelled. So August 10th, I didn't really do anything. I don't know if I would have done anything, but my friend was also somewhere else and she didn't celebrate her birthday, so we're just gonna go out for some drinks or something after I go to work on Thursday. So we're gonna celebrate both our birthdays together. I don't know, we're gonna some kind of have some cocktails, some kind of bar or something. She chose a classy bar, so. I just saw some pictures. They look nice, kind of antique kind of thing. I don't drink alcohol, but like for these special occasions, I think the last time I had a cocktail was actually last year. Yeah, I think it was last year when I think it was for her birthday. Yeah, I think we celebrated her birthday. Went to a hotel and I just had some drinks and stuff. And that was the last time I actually had a drink. Well, I don't really drink. I don't want my hormones to be affected. I have time, it's 7:15. I have to leave here at 7:55. I have to stop my makeup around 7:45, so I've got half an hour. I'm taking my time with this. Yay. Today is such a warm day, but it's sort of like cloudy and rainy. It's kind of humid. It's kind of like a weird kind of weather. Alright, I think that's enough. That's enough. Let's put this. I want to get like the kind of lipsticks that are good for my tone of skin is like a darker colored lipstick. Because lighter colored lipstick, if you put it on my skin tone, right, it just doesn't look good. It just stands out too much. It's like a darker shades of, I don't know, even a dark pink or a dark purple, maybe even some browns. I want to try a brown color lipstick. I want to see how that looks. I just want to see how that looks. Maybe a darker brown, you know? Let me see, not too dark, but just sort of like a medium dark or something like that, just to see how that looks. And I really like this Bobbi Brown thing over here. It's got a very creamy texture. I like this better than this. This is also a Bobbi Brown thing, but it's like a different kind of thing. But this one is much more creamy and matte or whatever. So I like that one. So I might get a medium brown shade and that. Oh yeah, I sent an email to a gender therapist in Sydney, and she replied back to me. So she's charging like $180 an hour. I'm like, oh my god, that's a lot. She only deals with trans clients or whatever, or gender clients. So I think I might just see her. I wonder if he can get any rebate from that. You know, maybe if I had a job, I could. It would be more manageable, but given that I only saw my psychiatrist once every 6 months, this was much better anyway. So, and she is a gender therapist. I mean, I don't know. I just want to. I don't know. I just want to feel like I have some kind of a support network, because even though I really don't have any issues or questions, I just want to feel like if I have some, like, usually my problems are kind of social problems, how to deal with people and things like that. So I just want to feel like I have a support network. I can actually talk to someone. All right, so this person is a professional, So I don't want to feel like I'm so completely like without any support. Oh my god. What do I do now? What do I do now? Oh man. Today my weight was 69.5. I've been eating consistently, I'm happy, it's not too fat or anything. So, I don't know, my weight is around that area, and I just need to cardio. I need to do some cardio, basically running or something. I don't feel like running outside here. Jesus. Maybe I can do those cardio, like you can, how you can stand in one place and still do cardio, like jumping and doing all of that stuff. Maybe I can do something like that. Maybe do that 3 times a week. I do my normal thing here 6 days a week, but then do three times, like when I'm at home. Maybe I could incorporate some of that cardio. It might help. I like this blush. Where's it? Matahari. Nara's and Matahari. Yes. Isn't Matahari a name of like this woman who was like some kind of a spy, or she was like a was she a prostitute, or I don't know, she was some kind of a person, I don't know. I should Google that. Now what? I don't want to put any bronzer. I'll just take this powder thing. I'll put the powder. I will put the powder. Powder is good because it makes, like, if your skin is oily or moist, the powder helps to dry, like it sort of, you know, sets the makeup in place. Sets the makeup in place. I have time, like these days, like I'm just like automatic 1, 2, 3, get on with it, do it, you know. It's good. It's good to have time. I don't like rushing. It's good to have time. It's good. I've been using this palette all week. It's very simple enough. Just keep things basic. I don't need to try any fancy colors at the moment. Just keep it simple. Yes, I do pluck my eyebrows. Just mostly around here, like the down part. If there's any hair around here, and also maybe on the top, like somewhere around here. I just do a little bit every day. And then just do a little bit every day. They get some of these brushes here. Take that, and that, and that. Oh, I only need 3 brushes. Wait a minute, I need that. I need this. I'm gonna take this nudie color. It's called nudie. Oh, fashion. It says this is fashion. This is classic. This is day. Oh, so it goes like that. Particularly vertical. Sometimes I do it like that. Like, you know, different shades. It's like, oh, interesting. Yeah, I was thinking of taking a break from making videos or whatever. I don't know, I just like making them. Just talking, sitting and chatting. But this outdoor videos, they're definitely like a bit stressful because when I'm outside, it's like, oh, lots of people around. It's like, it doesn't feel very comfortable. You know, I don't feel that relaxed. So it's like, it seems so stressful to film, and then you gotta edit it. It's like, oh God. This is more simpler. I just film and I just upload. It's like, I will make outdoor videos every now and then, but like these weekly things, it's just starting to just sort of get on my nerves. It's like I'm doing a job. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's too stressful because in the weekend I'm like, oh God, I gotta edit that video. It's like, oh God. I put the timestamps, like, oh God, this is way too much. This is no. This is not fun. This is not fun. Go ahead. Come on here. Come here. I don't know why it's taking a while for my hair to grow. Well, my hair is does feel a bit more healthy after I had my surgery. just feel a little bit more like, oh, it doesn't feel weak or whatever. Cause all that's not there. Oh. Oh yeah, I think another observation I should mention is that after I started transitioning, especially medically, and the more comfortable I became, I started feeling like before when I had these kind of negative, possibly self-hating views about men and masculinity, but now it's like I actually love men. I have a lot of compassion and love towards men. It's like so weird. Like the more feminine I became, the more female I became. I feel more love towards men. It's like, what? So I don't hate, but I actually feel a lot of love and compassion towards them because I know what I lived in that social world. I don't know. I'm seeing. I mean, it's a gradual change. I'm seeing men in a very different way. I mean, not that different, but I don't know. It's just like, I guess it's not. I guess my own issues aren't because my own perhaps self-hate or whatever issues with masculinity are just sort of going away. Because my own issues are clearing away. I can see men a bit more unbiased or something, or allow my feelings to come out and this is how I actually feel. It's not my feelings or my perceptions of men and masculinity is not colored by my own gender issues. So the more comfortable I am in my womanhood, my femininity, the less distorted my perception of men and masculinity are becoming. I think. Who knows? This is just my view. I still like, when I say womanhood, I'm still like, oh, I'm a real woman. It's like those self-doubting, self-critical things that still there. It's like, I'm a trans woman. We're not legitimate. We're not real women. No, but if you sit down and think about it, what makes a woman? What makes a man? It's more than just biology. There is, it's almost like a construct. Man, woman is a construct. But it's not completely like, you can't just completely make it out of thin air. There has to be some correlation to the body, to culture, society. It's like a construct, but it has to have a basis in reality. You know what I mean? Like you can't take man, whatever it is, a woman, whatever it is, and impose it on someone who, I don't think you can condition people into, you can't take someone who identifies, who has a strong feeling of attachment to one gender and try and make them into another gender, because it's like, there's something very powerful inside. And I think there's a biological component to it. Like, I think our brains are very individual and very unique. Each person's brain has its own unique kind of structure. But because we live in societies, we organize into groups, we need certain categorizations, and we try to force ourselves to fit into this group or that group the best we can. That's why I think having more categories is better, because if you just have man, woman, not all people fit into man, woman. Some people are going to fit outside that, or there needs to be more nuance. So trans womanism, it's a nuance of woman. Trans man is a nuanced understanding of man. Gender queer is a nuanced understanding of certain people's brain makeup. So, yes. You start thinking like that, and also like the reason a lot of people seem to have problems with accepting trans people's identities, because I think it has to do with the stigma surrounding mental health, mental illness. I mean, people cannot see depression. They can't see the, like, I can't show you a photo and say this is a depression, this is the organ. You know, if someone has a kidney failure, whatever, you can actually look at the kidney and say, oh, this is what's going wrong. But you can't see depression. Yeah, they have these scans saying the brain is sort of like this or like that, but that's not really what depression is. Depression is something that's experienced. So similarly, gender is something that you experience. You can't really see it. You know, yes, there's this visual stuff. Someone can dress up like a certain gender or whatever, but gender is not just expression. You know, what the hell am I doing? I better get this thing going. Yeah. So because it's something you can't see, people have a hard time believing it. Just like people have a hard time believing it if you say you're depressed, but you look okay. People say, oh, I don't think you look depressed. So if you say, yeah, I'm a girl, but you know, your body might be a little bit different than what people usually think a girl looks like. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So yeah, it's that whole stigma around our reluctance to recognize that mental states exist. You know, mental states do exist. People's psychologies do exist. They have, experience has an existence. So, yeah. I mean, so that's why, you experience your life in a certain way, I think gender is a very important part of one's identity. Whether it's man, woman, trans, gender, queer, whatever label you want to put on it, there is a gendered component to our identity because, if you look at the evolutionarily speaking, this is all just my own blank thing. I'm not talking about science. I'm just thinking evolution created this, in our species, we have there's this opposite, man, woman, I think we call it sexually dimorphic or whatever. So just given that we are constructed to, and we're constructed to mate, so obviously there has to be a strong attraction between male, female, and there has to be that difference, right? So I think gender plays into that. Into that difference. Anyway, I don't know how to formulate this argument, but it just seems to me like most people seem to fit under the category male, female quite well. Even if they might not completely agree with it, they're okay with it. They can live with it or whatever. Some people are like, oh man, I don't fit into this. No, this is not. No, I don't like this. This is like, they might not. So there's that degree thing where some, like you could say, most people are either male or mostly female. Most people are mostly female or mostly male, whereas some people are no, they're not like that. Some people might be trans. Some people might be, a minority of the population tends to be. Just kind of different. They have a different kind of gender thing. That's because a reason for that is because the nature creates, like your brain is going to be, nature creates, the replication process might not be accurate. There's always going to be some kind of thing in the replication process where it's going to create these products which are not exactly, going to conform to the parental, whatever. I don't know, this argument, I'm just trying here, people. I hope I'm making some kind of sense. Oh, God, why do I have to do all this shit? That's another thing I hate is I hate the fact that just because I'm trans, I have to defend myself, It's like, if you're cisgender, you just take your gender for granted. No one's going to question you. No one's going to say, oh. No, but if you're trans, you're like, oh, you got to defend yourself. And because you got to defend yourself, you're usually a lot more thoughtful about gender, I think. I can know with, like, I'm actually quite sensitive to gender, like the way people treat me. I'm very sensitive to it because, when I mean by sensitive, I can pick up, like, the same person can treat me as a guy or as a girl within the same, like in 5 minutes there, the way they treat me, I can pick up how their these tone of voice or whatever little mannerisms, I can see how, I'm very sensitive to how they do that, how they treat me. Yeah, because, I don't know, because I'm kind of sensitive about the gender. Oh God, I gotta shut up and finish this. Another reason I shouldn't be making these videos in the morning is like, I spend all my time talking about it. I'm not doing enough makeup. See, I gotta finish this like in 20 minutes, but now it's like 31 minutes. I've been ranting and rambling. This video is gonna be like 500, 600 megabytes. Oh God. If I use Minicam, I could record this in like 200 megabytes, so like a fraction. Just did it. Oh God, these Apple, they don't give you a lot of options. It's like they want you to buy the Final Cut or whatever to get more options. They don't give you a lot of control. That's another annoying thing. I can actually see my mascara actually works. Like if I close my eyes like that, you can actually see my like lashes. Don't poke your eyes, please. Concentrate. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, I've been applying it directly. I like the 1950s style. I just think this YouTube channel, I don't know, I kind of like the clothes and stuff. Vintage. Retro. I got a little bit better at putting these lipsticks. Should also get a lip liner. I can line the edges. That'll do. That'll do. Now I gotta just touch up on this. Maybe I'll just comb my hair for a bit. I gotta comb my hair. It's 7:39, people. It's 7:39. It's 7:39. It's 7:39. Because because of my this spot over here. I was like, it's so bad. It is so bad. Even though this hair growing, it's still like so fucking bad. I hate that. Maybe I need to do some hair transplant. Like, look at this side. This side, like, look at it. There's a lot more hair growing. This stuff's all growing here. But this side is like, it's really bad. But they seem to be growing back, like all of this stuff, you know. So, I don't know. I'll give it see what happens. Well, then again, I could get a different style. I could change my whole style. I could get tattoos. I was thinking of maybe I'll get tattoos, you know, because my arms, I could use tattoos to hide those scars, because I really hate having to like wear long sleeves all the time. I hate with this potting because it just shows like, oh, there's a bald bloody spot shit there. I mean, it's like, oh, that is so not nice. That's the damage testosterone did to me. It did that to me. Oh my god, it did it. I didn't even know it. It's like, I mean, lots of men would hate balding too. Fuck. That makes me feel low. I wish my hair was a little bit better. I mean, it's more healthier, but I wish I didn't have that kind of hair loss. Because it just reminds me of masculinity, and that creates gender dysphoria, sadness. Oh, still there. Look at my expression. It's sad now. It's sad. My hair. You make me sad sometimes. You make me sad. You make me sad sometimes. Sometimes you make me... Anyway, so... I feel so sad. But I have to be happy with what I have. Yes, that's one thing I want to do. I want to be happy with what I have. I want to always acknowledge my privilege, because I definitely have it a lot better than a lot of people. So I want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge my privilege, and I want to acknowledge the progress I have made these past few years. I want to give thanks to the progress I have made. I don't want to take it for granted. I don't want to take my... I don't want to belittle or ignore my achievements, my triumphs. Little triumphs. I want to give thanks for what I have. So... because there's always people out there, there's people always wanting more and more. It's like sometimes you just have to hey, be thankful for what you have. Also, go try and achieve, but at the same time, be thankful and appreciative of what you have. Don't to enjoy it. Don't ignore it. Don't take it for granted. Don't take your privilege, what you have for granted. Because there's someone out there who's, I don't want to sound vain or anything, but there's someone out there who would love to have what you have. So if someone's out there who would love to have what I have, I should be thankful for what I have, Because that sort of acknowledges that. Sort of respecting the other person's suffering. I don't know how to express this. It's like acknowledging, if I have something and someone else would love to have what I have, it's I want to just sort of acknowledge that, I have something, and I'm not trying to be vain. I'm just saying it could be anything. I should acknowledge what I have, because there could be people out there who might want what I have, and I want to respect them. I don't want to just sort of, if I said, oh, if I keep on complaining if I complain all the time and they want what I have, what am I saying about them? You know what I mean? So if someone else wants what I have, I want to also appreciate what I have, because by doing so, I'm sort of acknowledging and respecting their kind of suffering. Because when you feel like you don't have something, it's kind of a need, yeah, it's a suffering, but it's also a type of suffering, right? So by acknowledging what I have, by appreciating it, by not taking it for granted, I am respecting people out there who would love to have what I have. I mean, what I could have might be very little, but even like whatever it is, there's someone always out there who wants it. So I have to actually, whatever it is that I have, how little it is, I have to acknowledge it. Yes, this is something precious, or I shouldn't waste it, or I shouldn't, you know what I mean? I could have something, someone else might want what I have, and I want to acknowledge that what I have is something of value, and I don't want to waste it. I don't want to just sort of, I want more and more. No, you have to acknowledge what you have. Anyway, enough of that. I gotta go now. Later.